Yo, what's up JDM fans? And in today's video, we are going to be doing a JDM car tier list. So, right here we have the F tier, the absolute worst JDM cars. I don't think there will be any F tier cars. Next up we have D tier, which is also like bad, but I don't think there will be any D tiers. C tier, there may be like at least one or two. For B, it's like okay, like just spot on in the middle, like basically mid, like a mid tier level. A is where it starts to get good. Like this is good basically. S is like really good, like great. And JDM God is basically like a true JDM car, like it's at God tier level. So the first car we have here is a 2004 Subaru WRX STI. Honestly, I'm gonna put this in S tier. This thing is a really nice car. I think the blob eye looks good. Obviously, I prefer the Hawkeye version, but yeah, it's not that good in reliability, but it's still a great car. The next car we have is a Nissan 350Z. I think I'm gonna put this in A tier because this is a really nice car. They're like really cheap and they're a nice, reliable sports car. But it doesn't have like the true JDM symbol like an STI or you know those stuff. Right? Anyways, next up we have a Nissan 300ZX. This is gonna be an S tier. I love this car so much. I've seen a bunch at car shows. I think these are pretty underrated, to be honest. And the next car we have is the Mazda RX-8. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. It's mid, to be honest. Like, it's a good car. They're really cheap. It's surprisingly practical, and it has the rotary engine. It's just that it's not reliable, and it'll just make you go broke, and I don't think it's really the best option. The next car is the Honda CRX. This will be going into S tier. This is a really beautiful car, especially like that CRX design. Like specifically the CRX design, it's literally just a variation of the Civic EF. But yeah, the what you may be seeing is like a base model. I'm talking about like the SI variants, you know? Yeah, those are the good ones. Next up, we have an Infiniti G35. I think I'm gonna put it in B tier. It is basically the same thing as the 350Z, but in my opinion, I think the 350Z looks cooler. Sorry, just drinking something. Next up, we have the NA Mazda Miata JDM God baby. You will know that we have our Miata that we have as our project car, and bruh, I just love this Miata, man. It's like, how could you not love it? Like, look at it. It's got the pop-up headlights and everything. Yeah. And the next car is the Toyota MR2. I'm gonna put this in S tier. I specifically really like this generation. This thing is really quick, actually. It's when you get like the GTS model. Yeah, this thing is really quick, and I think it's a beautiful looking car. Sorry about that. And the next car we have is the Subaru STI 22B. This is going into JDM God. I like the Miata better, but seriously, this thing was a legend in rallying, okay? So it's gotta go into JDM God. So the next car is Mitsubishi Evo 8. I'm putting this in S tier. I don't think it really has like the more legendary status than like the 22B and like the Evo 5, because those things were like super legendary in rallying. But I still love the Evo 8. It's basically like it like my two favorite generations of the Evos, like the Evo 5 and the 8. Yeah. So, but yeah, the Evo 8 is still a really good car. And the next car is the Nissan 370Z. Honestly, I think I'm gonna have to put this in B tier. I'm not saying it's a bad car. It's just that it's really outdated. Like, it's been, still in production since, like it started out in, like, the mid-2010s, and then it was still selling in, like, 2019. I think it's discontinued right now because we have the new Nissan Z. But, yeah, let's just move on to the next car. And the next car is a Subaru BRZ. I can't really tell whether to put it in A or B tier. I like, maybe B, because I prefer like the new generation of it, and like it's slightly underpowered. Like, okay, 200 horsepower isn't bad, but you know, like, still, it could have had like 250. Like 250 would have been nice. But I'm not saying 200 is too underpowered. But yeah. So, yeah, I think it's a little bit mid. I like the new one better, to be honest. The next car is the Mitsubishi Eclipse. For the GSX model, which probably is this, S tier, I really love this thing. It's really, really cool, especially since it has a 4G63 engine, which, by the way, is the engine from the Evo, and it has an all-wheel drive system from the Evo. And the next car we have is the R34, the Fast and Furious car. Yes. You already know where this is going. It's going in F tier. This is such a terrible car. Nah, I'm just kidding. This is going into JDM God, baby. I love this thing so much, especially the Z-Tune version. I went to a car show one time, and I saw one in my dream spec, like the Z-Tune version in that midnight purple, man. Oh my god. It was so awesome. I love that thing, man. And the next car we have is the Acura RSX. I'm gonna be putting this in, oh wait, no, I meant A tier. So I'm gonna be putting this in the A tier. Um, it's pretty good actually. I think this is basically the new Integra, but it's also called the RSX in like different markets, you know. But I prefer the older Integra, to be honest. Um, so yeah. And the next car is the Honda Civic EP3. This honestly is going in B tier. Honestly, it's not really the best generation of the Type R. I'm more of like an EK and EG. I think I don't know if they made an EG Type R. I think they have, but if they didn't, definitely like the EK and like, you know, the uh like the FK8 and FL5, you know. But yeah, this thing is a little bit mid. I think it looks a bit too much like a Honda Fit. It looks a little bit like a Honda Fit, to be honest. And the next car we have is the Mitsubishi 3000 GT. I'm gonna be putting this in S tier. These things are really underrated. Yeah, I think they're pretty darn underrated. Like there were some really high tech cars. Like they had 4-wheel steering, active aero. Yeah, those were super high tech in the 90s. But too bad it weighed too much and it couldn't keep up with the NSX, the RX-7 and the Supra. You know, cars like that. And the next car is the Honda Civic FD2. I'm gonna put this in A tier, honestly. I don't really know too much about this thing. It's not. I don't think it's sold in the U.S. I'm thinking it's not because I haven't seen any in the U.S. at all. I literally haven't seen any. Like, but before you say, "Oh, it's sold in America," what are you talking about? Just check this out, okay? 2008 Honda Civic. So this is the 2008 Honda Civic, okay? And now let's look up the FD2 variant. FD what? FD2. See the difference? Yeah. Yeah, there's a difference, guys. As you can see, the back looks like an Acura RSX. Anyways, the next car is an Acura NSX. Funny, I know. This is going into JDM God, to be honest. I love this thing so much. I prefer the one with the pop-up headlights, though. Yeah, the one I get, the tier list I have, it gave me the non pop-up headlight version, which honestly I prefer the pop-up version. But still, either way, it's still an amazing car. I love it. The next car is the Nissan Silvia S14. This will be going into S tier. This thing is a pretty darn good car. I almost said call. It's a pretty darn good car. Not the best generation of the Silvias or 240s, depending on where you live. But yeah, it's still a nice car. But I'm more of an S13 guy, to be honest. Yeah. So the next car is the Honda Civic EG. This will be going into JDM God. I know. This is a controversial one, but like honestly, those who rice it out, nah, just nah. No, no. Like if it showed a riced one out, this would be going straight to F tier. But if you do it the right way, honestly, in my opinion, I think this would be a really good car. Like, and these things are really iconic also. I think they're pretty good. It really just depends on how you take care of it and stuff like that. It just depends on how you mod it. But yeah. So basically a non-riced out EG. I love it. Anyways, the next car is the Mazda RX-7. This will be going into JDM God. This thing is so beautiful. Man, I love it. It's so beautiful. the only problem I have with it is the road rage. I'm not saying I don't like the Dorito engine, okay? Love that nacho cheese, okay? So yeah, it's just the reason why it's unreliable and it could just crumble into little pieces easily. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's still a JDM god. Anyways, the next car is the Mitsubishi Evo 5. This will be going into JDM God. This is a rally legend, just like the 22B over here. But yeah, basically the same reason why I put the 22B there. Anyways, the next car is the Nissan 240SX S13. This will be going into JDM God, man. I love this thing so much. Bruh, it's so good, man. Too bad they're getting expensive. These things were like cheap back then. Like, they're pretty. Yeah, they're starting to skyrocket in value, but still, I love these things. Anyways, the next car is a Nissan GTR R35. This will be going into JDM God. I love it, man. Like, bruh, they turned it into a supercar. That thing could beat Porsches, Lambos, Ferraris, I think back in the day, it was just destroying stuff. I know it's getting a little bit outdated, especially with like the new 2024 GTR, which is literally just a facelifted model. Like, bruh, they should have gave us this Ital design GTR 50. Here, let me show you. Ital design. Uh, Ital design. Uh, GTR 50. They should have put this into production. This would have been insane. Okay? They should have done this, to be honest. And here's what the new 2024 GTR looks like. 2024 Nissan GTR. See, like, look at it. It's literally just a facelifted R35. Like, just look at those pictures. You get what I mean? Anyways. But yeah, next up we have a Nissan Skyline R32. This will be going into the JDM God tier level. Bruh, this thing, I've loved this thing so much. Since I was like 7, I've loved this thing, man, okay? I love it, man. Anyways, the next car we have is the Nissan Skyline R33. This will be going into the S tier. Honestly, I like the car. It's just that I'm more of an R34 and R32 guy, and R35 also. But yeah. Anyways, the next car we have the Silvia S15. This will be going into S tier. Yeah, this will be going into S tier. I like the S13 the best, to be honest. This thing is still very beautiful though, but the S13 is better, guys, okay? Anyways, next car is the Toyota Celica, like the last generation. Honestly, I'm gonna have to put this in C tier. The reason why, it's not a proper Celica. Like, you only get front wheel drive only, while like the other generations you get like you get all wheel drive and I think rear wheel drive. and like it just doesn't really look right also, and this thing didn't do any rallying, and like the engine options, you don't get the ST205, and like the previous generation Celicas were so good. Like it even gave birth to a Supra, which was absolutely amazing. Like this, nah, it's only got two engine options. A 1ZZ engine, which is an Econobox engine for it, and a 2ZZ, which is from Yamaha, and it it's not it's they're not like really the best engines, to be honest. Anyways, the next car we have the king, the legend, the goat, the god of JDM, the Mark IV Toyota Supra. This thing is so terrible. This thing is going in F tier. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. This is a JDM god car, okay? This is my favorite car ever. Love this thing so much, bruh. This thing is so awesome, man. It was in Fast and Furious. It was so cool. And like the tuning potential, man, right? That's just insane. Anyways, the next car is the Acura Integra. This may also be another controversial one, but I'd have to put in JDM God. This thing is a really nice car. It's not like Supra level or R34 level or Miata level, but it's still pretty nice. It is skyrocketing in value for the Type R models though. But yeah, and I think it looks a bit cooler than the Civic, to be honest. And our final car is the NB Miata. Honestly, I'm gonna put this in A tier. It's basically the same thing as the NA, except designed by the person who designed the Viper. Fun fact there. Um, like it doesn't have the pop-ups though. Like I like the one with the pop-ups, you know? Pop-ups are the best. Why did they have to go extinct, man? Anyways, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you slap that like button and smash that subscribe button. And peace.